All right, guys, so I'm super excited to get started with the first topic in the 5 Minute Personal Coach series, values. And why are values so important? Literally, values are little individual motivators. They help us define what's important to us, and ultimately, along with our belief systems, values can help us make decisions that feel really good to us. And if you've heard the term like authentic, it feels like you're honoring yourself, it feels like you're honoring your values. So I'll share just a couple different values just to give you guys an example, and I'll tell you a little bit about some of my personal values. Okay, so some values are fairness, family, integrity, recognition, reliability, commitment. Creativity is a big one. Courage might be a value you have. Caring, communication, accountability, integrity, or ethics. You could also have a value for wealth. Maybe that's a value that you have. Compassion or humor, fun might be a value for you. So that just gives you a couple examples of values. I have a little kind of worksheet here of I did an exercise about my values, and I also have in my coaching program, I actually have a particular session where we go through specifically all about your values and why that's important. And a lot of times, especially something that I didn't realize, is when I couldn't define my values, I couldn't really tell what was off in my life. And when I really took the time to define, okay, what are the things that drive me, then it was very easy to see that the area that I was struggling so much in, my values were not being represented. So I'll give you an example. I talk about my career. I'm a career coach, and I will continue to talk about it because I still feel like I haven't told you guys the whole story. To be coming, to be determined. But I realized in my career, some of the things that I've been doing did add value to me. I had been in human resources and, helping people find jobs. I was in recruitment. I did a bunch of different things. I did onboarding for a really long time, so helping new employees actually find their way within the company. Some of those things added value to me because I have a high value on helping people. But I noticed that when I started to get in more of like project management, program management, heavy type of activities in my job, I was constantly telling myself or asking myself, like, what is the point of this? How is this moving the needle? How is this helping someone, day to day? How does this even matter? So knowing that I was asking myself that, I would say unknowingly, I had a really deep value on finding purpose and meaning in what I was doing day to day. And when I tell you, I had no way to connect those dots in my job. And so ultimately it led me to say, okay, what type of career can I, find? What type of career can I do in order to honor these values? So if you remember, I asked you to get a notebook and follow along. So if you have your notebook, I got one really cute at Walmart. I love these things. They're not very big, but as far as like the number of pages, but phenomenal. I love the outline or the cover. So I talked a little bit about values, why they're important, so they do kind of help guide you in making decisions, and why when your values are not being represented, you feel weird. You just feel like something's not right. So we talked a little bit about that. So there's 3 questions that I want you guys to write down and just reflect on in regards to values. So number 1, what are your top 5 values? And if you look in the description box of this video, there's a worksheet, or I think there's a link to a worksheet, and there's a bunch of them. If you just Google values, you'll be able to find a bunch of worksheets, assessments, and things like that that help you define what are your values. The second question is, why are they important to you? So if you have a value to commitment, Why is that a high value for you? So kind of write a little bit about that particular value. So if you're writing down your top 5, just write a little bit about why are those important to you. And then the last one is, where are your values maybe not being honored? So when I say that, if you have a value on commitment, look at your job, look at your family, look at your relationships, look at your finances, look at these kind of bucket areas of your life, and I'll put those in the description box as well. Think about where your values may not be honored right now. Again, thumbs up this video if you like it. If there's a particular topic that you want to know more about, let me know. I'll add a specific series for that topic, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.